What do I even say, man? This shit's heartbreaking. I can't even give you guys an intro. What is up, my fellow pack? That's about it you're gonna get out of me. So, if you guys don't know what's going on, basically, Epic Games has laid off over 1,000 plus people out of their game mode. I don't know what to say that hasn't already been said by me, by the community. A lot of this has to do with the V-Buck prices, I assume. Epic Games is going down a slippery slope. A slope that I don't know if I can support anymore. And it sucks, man. It genuinely does, and it's pissing me off that these companies just cannot make good decisions for the betterment of everybody else. I mean, for fuck's sake, I legit had to quit Roblox, a game that I spent money on, because I could not muster the stomach to support that company. And I feel like I'm going in the same boat as Fortnite. The issue is that I've poured 1,000, if not more, dollars into Fortnite than I have any other game. Now I understand that that's my fault, right? I obviously that's my fault. That's my doing. I'm the one that chose to spend money on this, but oh shit, they gave us. Oh, never mind. I understand that I chose. Oh, great. And look at that. My internet's going off. Okay, anyway. I understand that that is my doing and nobody else's. However, it still sucks. This whole entire situation just blows, man. And and we, us as a community can't even fathom how heartbreaking this is, because that heartbreak that we feel is like tenfold, or is 10 times less than what these people are feeling. These people have families. These people who've been laid off aren't just robots. And I know that Epic Games forgets that because of the amount of AI slop that's been in their game lately. And I know Epic Games can't really fathom the idea of humans actually creating masterpieces, but it happens. It happens. And it's insane that this even happened. And the worst part is that it, all of this saved money that they're holding on to, all of this money that they're quote saving with these layoffs are just going to go straight into collabs, straight into brain rot. And that's just sickening to me, genuinely. I just cannot believe this is where Epic Games has gotten, man. And it, and it's just around the time where I start actually understanding people's glaze for this game. Like, I'm finally enjoying Fortnite again. Like, I used to hate Fortnite. The journey was I hated Fortnite for the longest time because I thought it was just so overrated and I could never get into it. But then, when they started dwindling the numbers, when they stopped becoming as popular, I slowly started to enjoy it a little bit more, and then now I'm playing it like a lot more than most of my games. And it's so sad that we're getting to a point where Epic is now making these bad decisions. And here's my issue, man. is that Epic are making these, quote, betterment of the community financial decisions. It's literally just so you guys can save your own asses and keep yourselves at the top of the billionaire board. Because let's be real, a a game that has won Oscars, not Oscars, has won awards multiple times for being the best accessible for like what 5 years in a row, and they're still at the top of the leaderboard in terms of popularity, to the point where you at one point were rivaling Minecraft. And you're going to sit here and tell me you guys can't pay bills? Get out of here. I do not buy that baloney. But I was watching Glenn the other day, and he mentioned a very good fact. And that is, they might have spent all the money on The Rock. And that is insane to me. If that is actually true, then there's two evils in this story. Because here's the thing about the Seven that people don't understand, is that for the longest time, the Seven have been faceless. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. I think they should have remained faceless. I genuinely feel like Fortnite could have been saved if they remained faceless, assuming that the rumors are true, that all of this is, all of the money was spent on The Rock, which would not surprise me, because that man is egotistical, to say the least. But no, genuinely though, I really hope that it's, I don't know what I would prefer. I don't know which story I'd prefer. I think I'd prefer the one where a little bit of blame is taken off Epic's back, but also, not really. Bitch stole my car. Okay, fuck you. Sorry. But like, bro. And the issue that I have with the Fortnite community is that people like Glenn are the people who will let Epic sit all over them just because they can. Like, I love Glenn so much. Like, I literally use his code every time it's in the item anytime it gets disconnected. But, bro, he glazes Fortnite. I mean, he never, he never he never makes them take accountability for their actions. And here's the issue with the whole V-Buck prices thing, is that it makes no sense. All these creators who say, oh, it's not that bad, this is a good thing for Fortnite. Where? Show me where. And people like Glenn, right? People like Glenn who say, oh, it's just useless to fight, it's useless to say words, and all of that. You can say what you want, but you gotta vote with your wallet. Yeah, but what do you lose if you do fight with us and we lose? What do you lose? His voice matters to Fortnite. His voice matters. And this is the part that pisses me off, is that he's so humble that it's actively getting him in trouble, right? Because he's constantly saying, oh, our words don't matter. It's nice that you guys think that these words will help, but it won't. And I'm stemming in reality. But the issue is that people like Glenn are the ones that should be speaking out. The people who get paid by Epic, should be speaking out, because Epic will realize, oh, these people who are getting stuff for free are speaking out. That means we really did mess up. But they don't. They don't, because it doesn't affect them. And as long as they aren't the forefront of, as long as they're not at the forefront of anything happening, they're okay with it. And that's really heartbreaking that that's where we're at right now. Here's another thing is that, as somebody who didn't play ballistic or rocket racing or um, main stage, whatever it was called, I will say that it's still heartbreaking that we lost those modes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't play it much, but I'm not gonna be one of those people that are like, oh, as long as it doesn't affect me, I'm okay. Because I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that sentiment. If stuff needs to be called out, you should call it out. You literally lose nothing if you speak out against these companies. So I'm going to be here and say it. This was disgusting, genuinely. It upsets me that Epic decided to get rid of these game modes instead of, slowing down on collabs, right? Because here's the truth, is that collabs will always cost more than any game mode or whatever will, right? And that is just the truth. And that's the uncomfortable truth that people need to get over, especially Epic Glazers. They need to get over the idea, man. They didn't need to get rid of the game modes, but they did it because they refused to slow down on collabs. And that's the uncomfortable truth. Epic would rather blow up their own game and have you slop up the shit pie that they serve you, rather than actually putting work into their game. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, guys. I'm gonna admit it right now. I used to be a big hater of the metaverse. Still kind of am. I still feel like Fortnite should have just stuck in their lane. But because I know people are going to go backtrack on my videos, if people care enough, that is. But people are going to go backtrack on my videos, look at all the times that I've said that the metaverse is ruining Fortnite, and then come back to this video and say, "Oh, but you're defending the metaverse. You're defending the metaverse, but you hated the metaverse." I will admit, it does look bad on my part, and I have no excuse for that. But I realize that I might have been wrong about the metaverse being a bad thing. Though I'm still on the fence about that, because then we see situations like this where more money is going into the pockets of AI slop than actual creators, like actual humans. And I don't know, man. It's a difficult thing for me to talk about because I'm not absolutely educated. I'm not, you know, what is it, like Socrates? I'm not the Einstein of Fortnite drama. So I don't know much. But yeah, it's just so disappointing, man, that this is happening to Epic. Um, in terms of why they needed to lay off people, I just assume that it's to save money. Epic has shown that they are not pro lower class, man. With these V-Buck changes with a lot of things, man. They are clearly not pro minimum wage workers. Um, but yeah, man. That is my thoughts on the situation. I'm sleep deprived, so if I sound like I'm slurring my words, um, let me know in the comments, and I will try to record not when I have like zero sleep. But yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.